what is going on? Your boy Roger Rudy Cool here chilling, drinking some Leonard Hugels, Snowdrift Vanilla Porter. And I still like to thank the Heavenly for the opportunity to be able to see you guys. Hope all you well. We're not going to do praying hands. We're bearing your hands, crazy man. Thank the Heavenly for the opportunity to be able to see you guys. And I went and grabbed another bass tonight. And actually, the thing about this bass is kind of what I wanted initially from the House of Godin, which is, y'all know, I talked about this bass the other day. We're going to play around with that before I unveil the other one. But I really wanted this type of bass before I wanted this bass, but I got such a great deal on this bass from Guitar Center. And even though it had little imperfections in it whatsoever, I still really like the bass. And you know, I played it for the last 3 days. I've been so excited. I mean, out of all these beautiful basses I have over here, I've never paid so much attention to one bass as much as I paid attention to this bad boy right here. And again, being I'm a guitar player, but I really like the bass. I think I always wanted to play bass when I was growing up, but I just happened to start playing guitar. So every time I got in the band, I didn't have a bass to play, so I just played guitar. But I probably should have been a bass player all these years. A lot of you say, well, you can play bass now, Roger. Yeah, but I probably would have enjoyed it better being in a band. Because I could have just been playing one note, blah, 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 pat, 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 instead of playing chords and all this stuff, which is a little bit more intricate than playing just the bass. I'm trying to diminish bass players, but when you play an R&B and all this stuff, there's not a lot to play in the bass. You just boom, 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 boom when you play bass. With guitar, you got to learn the chords. You got to learn the solo parts. You got to learn your little intricacies in between. You know, you got a lot of work playing guitar than you do on the bass. Now, somebody, oh man, you crazy, man. You got to do a lot of work on the bass too. No, if you do a lot of work on the bass because you want to do a lot of work on the bass. All right, so what we're going to talk about, the new bass I got was made by the same company as this bad boy right here that I got a couple of days called Godin from Canada. And it's a little bit different from this bass because this bass is a fretted bass with bronze strings. And we have a different kind of system down here. We have like a pickup and all that good stuff down here. I'll show you in fact, let me just pick it up now. And right now, I don't have my whole setup over here anymore. I moved my setup to the studio, so I don't have my whole one-man show set up. So it's going to be a little bit different than what y'all normally see. I moved all the guitars from the kitchen side and put them over on this side because I needed more room. You know what I mean? Where if I want to do one-man shows, I'll just bring the stuff back out here and lay it out. But nevertheless, this is the Godin A4 fretted bass. Now, also, it's a fretted bass, but we have a magnetic pickup. I don't know why I thought it was an electronic pickup. It's just a magnetic pickup. So this is a magnetic pickup, and then back here we have piezo's on each string. There's a piezo, which is powered by a battery, and then we have the lock down the strings, you know what I mean? And then the rest of this is bronze strings, like I said. All the necks are Canadian rock maple necks. And the fretboard on here is a rosewood. So it's not a Paul Ferro, this is a rosewood neck. And for the price of these guitars, it better be a rosewood neck and not a Paul Ferro. Paul Ferro is like what they're using now to replace kind of like rosewood necks. So rosewood is becoming extinct. It's becoming one of the materials you just can't be throwing on guitars and all this stuff anymore. If you got it, be happy. If not, more likely you end up with Paul Ferro or some other kind of neck or fretboard, shall I say. Now again, like I said, these have frets, and you see they got lines, dot. These are frets. Now I played this already for you guys. No need in going through it. I'll do a little bit of something. So that is this one right here. I wish I had my volume pedal out here so I'll turn stuff down. In fact, I might just bring my volume. No, my volume pedal don't have no batteries in it. But I got plenty of batteries. So maybe I will be the volume pedal out here so you don't have to hear me pulling out the plug. So now let's look at the new bass I got. My man Josh sold me this bass. And again, this kind of bass I wanted actually before I bought this. But I just settled on this. And not really, I didn't settle on it. This bass is a little bit more intricate than this bass. What makes this bass special? It does different what this bass does. So let's open it up. And again, I'd like to thank Josh. I'm shooting this video. So shout out to Josh. We did a lot of hardball negotiations, but I got him down a little bit, but I was trying to get him down more. He wasn't going for it. Y'all know I be trying to negotiate like Trump. Yeah, I said it. All right, so basically, you see it's almost like the same type of bass, but there's a difference. You have the same headstock, but you got different tuners. These are butterfly tuners. These are clover tuners, but the headstock is still the same. They're both A4 models. You can tell by the headstock. They're both A4s. But what you notice that was different. I'm going to put it up here. Now tell me what the difference is. Look at this bass and look at this bass. Look at the difference. Right? So we know the difference is this one still has the slots, but you got more you can do with this bass because you can hook this up to a synthesizer. So we have a couple more instances right here. We got up and down. Like if you have a synthesizer hooked up to it, you can use these buttons to go up and down inside the synthesizer to your next sound. And you use this button right here to control the volume of that synthesizer. Here we don't have that. Here we have volume, and then we have treble, mid, and bass. Same thing we have here, volume, treble, mid, and bass. It's just that this right here is for a synthesizer. These two right here is to change the synthesizer presets, and then this one right here is to change the EQ mid level on the mids, to change it from 1.5 to 3.0 or something like that on the mids. This right here, you don't have those settings up top. You have a regular bridge back here. It's still piezo, because you still plug into it. So it's got to be powered by piezo. But you don't have the synthesizer hookup. You also don't have the option of having a magnetic pickup here. There was output for the magnetic pickup. Remember I was going through that all night? There's also not a master volume on this, but we have a master volume on this right here, right? So there's a lot of differences between this bass. Piezo setup, bam, bam. But what is the real difference? Well, here you have a string tree here that holds down 2 strings, but you got 2 string trees here. They're black. You can't see them. They hold down all 4 strings. Why? Do you see the difference yet? Look at the difference. Look, 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 look. Yes. This has frets and dots. This doesn't have any frets. And the dots are up here. Why? Let's hear what it sounds like when you don't have frets and dots. This is a fretless bass. And the reason I bought this is because this is what I wanted initially. Now, I wanted the one that was fretless that had all of this stuff. And it might be a good chance that I call them tomorrow and say, look, can I take the neck off this one and take the neck off this one and exchange them two? Because they both are the same in the back. So I want to know if I can take this neck off of this one and put it on this one with all this juice right here, or do I just be content? Because a lot of times you don't need a lot of EQ, a lot of fancy stuff on a fretless bass. But they do make these in fretless form that has all this extra juice on it. You know what I'm saying? But it all depends. Now, how often will I use a fretless bass? I had one and I sold it. It was a Fender Squier classic vibe joint, and I really liked it, but I ended up selling it because I wasn't using it that much. So why would I think that I want to take the neck off here, put it on here, and use this more than I would use this one? Because I just can. Pretty much that's it, right? But here we go with the fretless. Turn this bass down a little bit because it's wearing out my little Bluetooth speaker over there. Now, you're not supposed to pop a fretless bass, but I was looking at this dude today. He's like, yeah, man, anytime my man bring a bass over, he know I gotta pop it. You know what I'm saying? This dude said the video was saved and do what? Come on, dog. No. Decline. Alright? So basically, I don't know why she calling me. I haven't heard from this sister in a long time. And I can't be having her mess up this video. I'll call her when I'm done. So check it out. can't do that with that bass because it has frets on it. And if you try to do it, you'll just hear just click, 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 because you have frets in between. And this is a rosebud neck. This is a ebony neck. Another one, this fret, this nut is a tusk nut, I think. Tusk nut or ivory nut, whatever it is. That nut is hot, so that's why you get this. You see how smooth that is? It's just smooth, man, like smooth operator type joint, right? Bars. Now, let's plug the other one back in. Okay. Now, my thing was, if I really like that one, I was going to take this one back to Guitar Center and get my money back. Something else got to go. Something else over there got to go. I got too many basses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 basses. And I'm a guitar player. Now, check this out. See what I'm saying? So that's the difference between them two. This one is a fretted bass, and again, it's fretted, but it got a lot of stuff going on with it, with the extra pickup, the extra magnetic pickup, and you got this a whole different preamp in this one too. This, I forgot the name of this preamp. This right here is the LO Bags preamp with this. That's why down here you have just a regular bridge on here. There's nothing fancy about this bridge. Whereas if you look at this bridge on this bad boy, and it's heavier, see the bridge is different. Each one of these are separate. They're separate piezo's because it's different preamp in this bad boy. So yeah, so I was like, man, all right, what am I gonna keep? Am I gonna keep the fretless because that's what I wanted initially, or am I gonna keep this one because no, I always wanted fretless. So what's gonna happen is this bad boy right here, y'all can't see it, the one that's all nice. Put my hand on it. That's my 6-string Ibanez Terra Firma. Either I'm at to sell some other stuff out the studio, because I got to get this $650 back, which is a great deal too. I got a great deal on this one too. This bass cost around $1,800, brand new back in the day. It's down to, if you look online now, look at this bass, it's going to be about $1,200. This bass right here is a fretless. And you would think, okay, I don't have as much stuff on it, whatever, but because it's an ebony fretboard, ivory nut, all this extra stuff. And this is a, I forgot the name of this top. It's a cedar top. So you got a cedar top on this one. This is a cedar top. This is a maple top. And whoever was playing this had their hand down here a lot. Can you see it's discolored? So he must have been playing up here a lot. You know what I mean? So my man Josh must have been getting down right there. Or maybe it's a nice, I mean, it's a decent spot. It doesn't hurt it, but it's a cedar top. And before I buy anything, I do a lot of research, man. People don't know. I just don't go out and buy stuff without doing a lot of research. And man, I was researching this for about 3-4 hours a day because I wanted to make sure I was getting my money worth. And I also had to make sure if I want to resell it, am I going to lose a lot of money on this? Because if you take it to Guitar Center, bam, if I retail it myself, it's different. I can charge what I paid for it, maybe even more. But when you got to take stuff to Guitar Center because you want to buy something real quick or you want to do something real quick, man, it don't work that way, dog. Because they're going to give you half of what they saw the price was. So if they saw this, my man sold this to me for $650. They're going to chop that in half and give me $325, maybe $375 to $4. That's a $250 loss. You feel me? That's $200, $225. I'm losing money. Man, would like to be losing money on instruments. That's why I try to buy an instrument for the closest price I can get. So if I had to sell it at the Guitar Center real quick, or if I need to buy something, I put it in a pawn shop. I'm well known at my pawn shop, Shelton Pawn. Like them drums over there, I ain't had $800 bought them drums from that guy. So I took $800 stuff out of my studio and I pawned it and took the $800 and bought the Muchkons. And then I take my time on getting the stuff out the pawn shop. A lot of cats don't do that. I do. Some people put stuff in the pawn shop because they need the money. You know what I mean? I put the pawn stuff in the pawn shop so I can buy other stuff while I can get a good deal. There's nobody else selling this bass online anywhere for $650. So if I had to, I'd be like, yo, can you hold that for me tomorrow? I would have grabbed something at the studio, like a mic or something I'm not using, took that to the pawn shop, would say, yo, can you give me $4 for that on a hold? Bam. And all I got to do is put $250 out of my pocket. But I went full boat and gave him $650 for that because I've been saving money up. To be saving money up, right? But it's all good, man. It's all good. I work hard, man. You know, and I think I don't say I'm entitled to this, but I play guitars, I play basses, and that's what I do. I play music. So I see if I was going out buying drugs, or I was going out buying stuff that was detrimental to my health, or I was going out buying stuff that I was never going to touch again. You know, even my fragrances, I got a lot of money into them fragrances, but I'm starting to sell those off. But there's another thing. You know, I have all them fragrances, 400 bottles, 300 bottles, probably down to 200 now because I've been selling a lot. And I can't use them all day, but I can play these every day I wake up, heaven willing. I can play these, I can get up, make a song, whatever. Bam. So that's my whole thing. That's how I do. So let me get back to this call. Somebody just called me, I haven't heard from in a while. And she's a vocalist, so maybe she want to get back in the studio and start singing, which I'm always down to do music. So thank y'all for stopping by. Have a great night. Do your thing. Welcome the other cutie pie. And yeah, we'll figure out how to get our money back. Either we're going to work hard. We got double time and a half today. I mean, to Friday for that holiday that, you know, y'all deal with. You know what I mean? It's double time and a half. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to work for what you want, man. I don't have no kids. I ain't got nothing else to do. You know what I mean? As long as I'm doing something positive with my money, man, I'm good. I'm good with it. And I think they heavily give me all the stuff because I don't have to have it, but if you allow me to have it, no matter whether I hook a crook or whatever, but not hook a crook. But if I got to put stuff in the pawn shop to get something, it makes it happen for me. You know what I mean? I don't just do it, but I got to be given that chance to do that. Other than that, I won't be able to do it, right? So that's the thing, man. So I know I'm going to do stuff with this stuff I have. And after a while, I'll probably end up selling some stuff off. A lot of guitar players and bass players do that. People got a lot of instruments, whatever. You might have a ukulele collection. You might have a mandolin collection. You buy them until you find out exactly what you want, or if you're really working and using them bad boys, there's a different tool for every job. Every bass don't sound the same on everything. If I need a fretless bass and I don't have this fretless bass, then somebody say, I need you to put fretless on this song. I'm out of money. I done lost $35 an hour for whatever I'm charge. Oh, I got a fretless right here. Bam. I'm making money. Oh, I want that acoustic type sound on the bass. You know what I mean? I like the electric, man, but I want that acoustic type. Do you have any acoustic basses? How you doing? And I got that. Oh, man, I want that old Ibanez sound, man, from back in the day, the Japanese bass sound. You got that? You got that? You got that? Bam, right there. I want that Warwick growl sound. They got the real growl sound. You know, when you turn it up, you're rah, rah. It's not distorted, it's just got that growl. You got any Warwicks? Ba-ding! All you don't have is Fenders. I came out the Fender game. I never wanted. I had a couple of Fenders. I'm not really a Fender guy, man. I like that stuff that everybody don't have, man. And everybody don't have the Godins. A lot of people don't have the Warwicks, even though you go to Warwick groups, they have Warwicks. I even have, I had a Spectre in there. Got the Ibanez 6-string. So a lot of people don't have these, man. Not because they can't afford them, but they'd rather go in. They might have a whole collection of Fenders. A Fender Precision, a Fender Bass, a Fender PJ, a Fender, Jaguar. They might just be in the Fenders. I'm not in the Fenders, man. Because everybody else got Fenders. I want to sound like everybody else. Just like fragrances. I want to smell like everybody else. In my music, I don't want to sound like everybody else. That's what it comes down to. So I'm just thankful to be able to have these instruments and just know that I'm going to take care of them as long as I have them. And that's what it is, man. So I think y'all guys are hanging around, 20-minute video. And I'm going to show y'all the babies. Fretless A, fretted A, both 4-string. I thought about a 5-string. Don't need a 5-string. I'm cool. Got 5 strings over there and a 6-string. I'm straight. Talk to y'all later. Be good. Bam. And I'm out.